All right, I'm gonna do a real quick down and dirty alignment. So do some measuring here, and I'm gonna build a bar that goes across the steering knuckles. And we'll do that as the kit is pulling out. But anyway, this gonna have to move the car today, and we got the steering knuckles down here on the back side of the backing plates, and I don't have the steering arms or the tie rods or anything in there, so just gonna do a real down and dirty measurement. Okay, so I got everything set up here. What I'm doing is just using 2x4s and a couple of bricks just to hold them in place. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 2x4 up against the face of the tire. Give it a good kick, make sure it's nice and flat. 2x6 might even work a little better, but I've got one on the other side, so that's all set up and ready to go. Now, there's a whole bunch of methods for doing this. You can use the string method. You can use, measuring from, like this, tread to tread. I'm just using a real down and dirty, like I say, 2x4. Let's see if I can do this here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to set it to the outside of the 2x4 on the other side and set it to here. And on the rear of the tire, we have about 68 5/8. And do the same for the front. So we'll put this one on the front side of the outside of the 2x4. And we have about 68 5/8. So I'm going to call that good. Proper toe in for a street car. You would not want to have it set at 0 toe in, but I don't have an engine on this thing, and again, this is just to lock the wheels together so that when I turn one I could turn the other and they're not going to flop around independent. This is just to roll the car around, get a piece of pipe, drill some holes, attach it to the steering knuckles down here, which you could see those, and they just allow me to move the car around. Now on a drag car, a lot of guys, there are guys out there that do run them at 0 toe. Again, I'm going to run this one at 0 toe, but on a street car, you probably want a little bit of toe in, maybe about 1/8 of an inch. So now that we got our measurements and it looks good, we'll make a measurement. Okay, got it in place, and we're at about 4 feet. The knuckle itself is about 1 inch in diameter, so we'll go half of that to move it in. I'm going to go ahead and make the cut. It's about a 1/2 inch off. I'm going to go ahead and make the cut at about, or drill the hole at about 47 1/16. Let's give that a try. So, luckily for me, I've got lots of steel and aluminum under my car trailer. I've got flat stock steel, I've got angle iron, I've got box tubing, I've got round tubing. So I just need to find some type of a piece that is longer than 47 1/4 inches and drill my holes, and I'll have a makeshift steering linkage to keep the wheels tracking equally. All right, well, it's not the best choice in the world, but it's about a 1 inch round pipe. It's fairly thin, but it's gonna be strong enough that it won't collapse. Tried to go one undersize on the drill bit, but apparently I don't have the 27/64 drill bit, so I'm doing a wait, 27, no, that was the other size. But I am going with a 3/8 as I'm using a 3/8 bolt. Now that's not the original size for the steering knuckle or what's the tie rod ends are, but you know, at this point, I just need to get something that's going to stick through with threads that's going to bite and keep these wheels locked together. Okay, so test out the bolt. So there we go. And it actually works out pretty good. It's got a little bit of a shank at the end of the bolt head, so that'll just kind of draw itself in and hopefully just clearance fit enough to where it'll stay in place. So, all right, now let's measure out the other side and get the other side done. Okay, so I got the 1-inch pipe, got the holes drilled on the drill press, everything's straight, 47 1/4, 3/8 bolts, proper length, washers, and some nuts. So let's put it on. All right, so the pipe is in place. Got a washer, 3/8 bolt, 3/8 nut, and same thing on the other side here. So this pipe, in the event that I have a rolling frame, a roller, a rolling chassis, whatever, and I don't have the steering linkage in the car, I now have a pipe that'll work for a Tri Five Chevy that'll keep the toe in on the front wheels together, and we can go ahead and move the wheels by hand and push it, do whatever we need to do with it without having the wheels kick out or toe in and become a problem when we're trying to push it some distance. So nice tool to have if you're working on steering linkage or don't have steering linkage. That's all I got. So this is of interest to you or helps you out, or you want more interest on the Tri Fives, like, share, subscribe.